Mike Perlman here for InfoSync World, and today I have a special review of the HTC EvoView 4G tablet. And before we get into anything, let's talk about price and availability. This is available at the end of this week, and it's going to retail for $400 with a 2-year data contract. The minimum is $35 a month, but you have free unlimited connectivity to a 4G network. So if you live within a 4G zone, you're going to want to take advantage of our review today. Also, if you want to take advantage of HTC's Scribe technology, you'll have to buy the $80 stylus pen, although it's free right now for a limited time with a 2-year contract. Now with that out of the way, let's talk about this thing's size. It's a 7-inch screen, and when you consider the fact that a 4.5-inch screen on the Samsung Infuse 4G is the largest screen on the smartphone market, that's only a 2.5-inch discrepancy. So if anything, this thing looks like a giant phone. It's like Gulliver's tablet. As far as hardware and software, we have 1 gigahertz Snapdragon processor, we have 1 gigabyte of RAM, we're running Android 2.3 Gingerbread. We've seen this tag team before on the HTC Sensation 4G and the HTC Evo 3D, and it is probably the best interface you could ask for on an Android. Now the EvoView 4G has 32 gigabytes of internal storage with a micro SD card slot. And the HTC Flyer, the Wi-Fi only Flyer, has 16 gigabytes of internal memory. So those are the two primary differences between the Flyer and the View 4G. It's the data connectivity and the additional 16 gigabytes of internal storage. But it is a beautiful tablet. It is an aluminum construction. It is just ergonomically sound. It fits in your hand. We have horizontal and vertical haptic feedback controls, and it's just a nice tablet. It's small though. That's my only thing about this tablet, is that we would like a bigger screen. If this had a bigger screen and a better camera, it has a 5-megapixel camera on the back. Mediocre stills and mediocre videos. It's really nothing special, but this thing does have a snap booth, and that is just like Apple's photo booth, and allows you to take distorted pictures of yourself. Go on our site, there's some really frightening pictures of me, and that is courtesy of the 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera. We also get Quick for video chat preloaded on this tablet. Now let's talk about battery life before we go into the tour. Battery life on this device was very good. It'll last a few days on a single charge if you are within the moderate range with your usage of this thing. What really holds it back behind the Flyer is the fact that it has the data, the 4G or the 3G data connection. Especially if you're roaming like we were with this thing, it's going to suck up more battery. So expect a few rungs behind the HTC Flyer when it comes to overall battery performance. Now it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's jump inside the HTC EvoView 4G. Here we are with the HTC EvoView 4G. This is our tour, and as you can see, the animated weather here we get when we toggle the lock screen. That is just nice. These are 4 shortcut icons. We could take them and we can drag them into the ring for instant action. So we don't have to unlock and go right into them. We can just access them, and they're customizable. It was particularly useful for the camera, for taking quick shots. That was the optimal usage for me. Otherwise, all we have to do is take this little ring, flick into the space, and there we are. HTC Sense 3.0 and Android 2.3 Gingerbread. We have HTC Leap capability here. So we have 8 home screens actually, and we can zoom out. And you can see this is a widget heavy device. So here we have our InfoSync news stream. That's totally customizable. We also have friend stream to see what all of our friends have been up to. Facebook and Twitter, MySpace, etc. We also have a planner here, our calendar, and it's completely customizable. And here's our music, and it connects right to the Amazon store. Sound was okay. It has SRS enhancement, but it's stereo, and we've heard better sound on other devices. Okay, so here's an example of the HTC Sense 3.0 experience. The picture grid here the checkerboard picture grid with all of the pictures that we've taken, the picture widget, and it's just aesthetically, this is the nicest UI that you could ask for. We also like here, we get these three, customizable shortcuts here. And right now we have it set up for Notes, Reader, and Watch. Now let's check out Reader here. Reader gives you the opportunity to read several books that are preloaded, including Dracula, Alice in Wonderland, and Tale of Two Cities. And just look at that page animation there. That's just beautiful. And that's the best page animation that we've found. And that's just an example of how awesome HTC is when it comes to graphics. Let's also go to Watch, and I'm going to show you an HD movie trailer. And Watch is like HTC's Blockbuster, and Blockbuster comes preloaded on this, so it's kind of like choose your own adventure when it comes to purchasing and watching movies. Here's an example of HD content on the EvoView 4G. And here's our internet browsing experience. It's top notch. It's the best. So it's loading a Flash video right now. And let's move it up here. And we're on the wireless connection now, but it's still pretty darn quick thanks to that processor. And as you can see, we could expand, take advantage of that action, and also take a look at this. We can, there's a huge bookmarks menu right there. Well, let's go back here. And there are all our open windows in this handy dandy open window tray that is expandable and collapsible. So it's just an overall excellent internet browsing experience. Now it's time for my favorite part of this tablet, and that is HTC's Scribe. This is the Scribe stylus, and we're going to use this to tap right here on this little pen icon. It brings up a few options. We can capture and doodle on, or we could go to Notes. We're going to go to Notes right now, show you Notes. And let's back out of that. This right here is our pen arsenal. We could choose markers, we could choose highlighters, we could choose pencils, paintbrushes. Let's go to options too. We could choose the thickness, we could choose the color. So right over here, I'm going to choose my favorite neon green. I'm going to go back to the brushes here, and let's use a nice paintbrush, and let's do thickness at, okay, almost the widest thickness. Okay. Oops, it defaulted to black. I think because I chose a marker, but still, you get the picture. And it is super sensitive, it really is. Depending on how hard you press. Let's go to the internet. Okay, so I just tapped on it, I took a picture of it. And then you could do save. Okay, it throws it right in Notepad there for you. And you can circle things, you can underline down the rabbit hole. Okay, so we'll take the highlighter here, and look at that. It highlights for you. And we could also draw here. But if we want to erase, we could use this top button here and erase what we just wrote. The other thing we could do here is use the stylus to write on pictures, draw on pictures. So if we want to add extra whiskers here for Lucy, and if we want to draw a little top hat or a bowler cap, we can do that. So there she goes. We could draw a little bow tie on her. So now it's time for my InfoSync diagnosis with the HTC Evo View 4G. I really like this tablet a lot. It's my new favorite tablet thanks to the additional 16 gigabytes of storage and 4G, 3G capability. Two traits it has over the Flyer. It's quick, it's capable. For internet browsing, it's a top-notch tablet. My only gripes about this device was its small screen. The other thing about this was the camera. I was not a fan of the camera quality, and there's no flash. So aside from those two hang-ups, I really didn't have anything bad to say about the HTC Evo View 4G. And I love this pen. I really do. I love the scribe technology. I think it's cool. It's something that no other tablet offers. For the entire HTC Evo View 4G review, be sure to go to infosyncworld.com for my full analysis, tons of image samples, video samples, and the like. Until next time, I'm Mike Perlman signing out for InfoSync World.